Back when I was in college, I decided that I was really wanted to become a teacher. And then I went on to Vanderbilt to get my master's degree in elementary education, fell in love with Tennessee, stayed on here, became a teacher. What fascinated me most about education is that that really shapes the trajectory of one's life. Their education really does, going forward in the rest of their life, it has such an impact on the person that they become. I've always been passionate about education. And I had a couple different people come to me and say, you need to run for school board. And I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. They wanted someone else who had an education teaching background to carry the torch on in District 8. So I thought about it. And at the end of the day, I realized, I'm passionate about education. I really love this community. I've raised my 4 kids here. I want to continue to give back. I knew this was the right fit for me. And now that my kids are older, I have seen this job as a full-time job. I've been able to pour myself into it and serve the community. I've loved being able to be there for parents, community members, teachers. That's been a really wonderful fit for me. Overall, one of the things that I've fought for the most is a better teacher compensation. We are losing good teachers because all the counties around us pay more. And so we get teachers starting off here and then they move to a different county because they get paid more. And so I've really been advocating from day one, we need to pay our teachers more. We're losing good teachers. And so that has been something I've been really after and want to continue to work on going in my next term. I've loved being able to work with parents to advocate on behalf of the families and students in the schools. I had a parent reach out to me about, that they couldn't see their child's test. And I'm like, that's a state law. You're allowed to see your student's test. And because the problem is that student came home and missed all these questions, but the parents weren't seeing the test. And they're like, how can I help my child if I can't see the test? So we got that kind of neatened up in policy. I've loved being able to step forward and advocate for parents and families in the schools. And so that's been very rewarding for me. I would say it's always about how this vote is affecting students. Is it moving us closer to a better, excellent education? Is it getting dollars closer to the classroom? Are we really impacting what is best for a student and the families and the community we serve? Excellence in education is the most important thing. One of the things I've focused on the last 4 years is transparency. We really have to have that from the district level, that parents should be able to see things easily, and I think we've grown in that area. But I think really ensuring that we have the best education, the best teachers, that we're retaining teachers as best we can. I chose to put my phone number out there. It's not like this Google number. It's not a dual number. That's my cell phone number. People can text me and call me, and that's just been the most accessible way for people to reach out. Of course, they have email too. I just prefer talking to someone. The easiest way and fastest way to get to me is via text. And of course, I do my newsletters, and people have responded to my newsletters. I really like reaching out and talking to people and sit down and meet with them. I'm not doing this for a vested interest in my children. I'm doing this because this is my background. This is my expertise. This is what I know. Yes, all 4 of my kids attended Williamson County schools for years. We've done different things, but I'm not doing this for their benefit. In fact, they're older now. 3 of them are in their 20s. I'm doing this to serve the community and because this is my background. And I love the school system. I still am friends with many of the teachers there that taught my kids. One of the things that I have advocated for is transparency. And one of the areas I witnessed that changed so much over my tenure on the board is March is budget month. We have to approve a budget. And my first year serving, it was almost like 7 business days before the vote, and we get the budget via email. And this is the first I've seen it. And it's a 70 to 80 page document, and it's $500 million. And so that was when I asked in the following meetings, I'm like, could we start doing a presentation on the budget ahead of time? And so after that, the district heard me and they started doing budget presentations going forward. And I really appreciated that. And so because it's so much of our county expense. What I always tell people is local government touches you the most. It's the things that affect your lives the most. And I've knocked on plenty of doors and they're like, well, my kids are all grown. I'm like, but your tax dollars are being poured into the schools and you have a voice. These are community schools. And I love that. I love that our community is so invested in education and that we do spend 70% of our expenses on schools. We are a county that puts a high value on education, and it's a community investment, and it is our next generation, and we need to have a voice in this. So that's why it's important to vote for your school board member.